Oh, earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Shout out to the groom for having the balls to walk out and leave this woman at the altar or wherever they was at, because there wasn't gonna be no good marriage to begin with. Straight up, she still hung up over the ex. Why was you at the ex house? That's the man you should be marrying, if anything, because you still obviously in love with him, or you're dickmatized.
You're just addicted to what addicted.
You know what? A lot of dudes would have still married this girl, man. Especially if they didn't have no concrete evidence that she got her cheeks clapped. A lot of dudes would have been like, well, she just said she needed closure and all this crazy type of stuff. Y'all have been like Morris Chestnut on what movie that was? Him and Tay Diggs, man. Anyway, Tay Diggs smashed his wife. And the whole time when they was at the wedding ceremony, he looking at her holding back tears because all he could picture is this man slow stroking his wife and giving her back shots, bro. And he still married her. He still married her, bro. A lot of y'all dudes would have still did it. Y'all crazy.
So I went out Friday. And you should check my page to see my little outfit and my makeup because it was on point. But anyway. And I realized this. And before I realized it, my friend, she brought it up. Black men don't like me. And I'll elaborate. So I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and we know that you go out, there's an abundance of all different kinds of people. So we went to the High Art Museum, and there was a good mixture of people, mostly African-American men. You had some African men, you had some Indians, you had some white men. You had a little mix in there. So I, you know, as cute as I was looking, again, go check that out and follow your girl. But anyway, I was there, and throughout the whole thing, the only people that came up to me were foreign men. And so we were talking, my friends and I, and they're like, the foreign men don't approach us. And I'm like, oh, they say they always go for you. And I'm like, why do I always get foreign men? I'm not complaining. But why do I always get foreign men? And why I don't get any black men that hit on me, like, at all. Like, I really can tell you a black man hasn't approached me in years. A black American man in years. So my question is, what do y'all think? Because the outfit was outfitting. The makeup was makeuping. And not one black man. Now, I've accepted it, and my parents have accepted it. They see the kind of people I date. I don't really discriminate on where you're from, so, you know, who knows who I'll end up marrying, but why don't the black men like me?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you got like a weird shape or something. Maybe your booty's small, because I'm going to tell you one thing. Here in New Orleans, listen, you would have a problem with men approaching you. They shoot at you at the gas station.
What's down, yellow shirt? And you got the curves. You like a little sexy banana around this bitch, you hear me? I peel it. You feel me?
You could be with your son. You could be with your mom and them. Niggas from New Orleans don't care. Some aggressive men out here, man. I'm not going to hold you. I've seen dudes shoot their shot in the most random places. So it begs the question, are you fine? Are you really, really attractive? Because if you got a body on you, listen, niggas niggas is gonna go with their moves. So I just can't picture why you ain't having no luck with black dudes hollering at you. Are you going to places where black men who like the type of woman you are hang out? That's what I want to know. Because I don't care how bad you look, man. A nigga from New Orleans gonna shoot, man. Like, they shoot at everything.
I'm a wife without a ring. Of course I'll take your 4-day-old coffee cups and clean them. I'm a wife without a ring. Of course I will pick up your dirty clothes and put them in the hamper. I'm a wife without a ring. Of course I'll fix all your socks before I put them in the laundry. I'm a wife without a ring. Of course I'll remember both of our family events we have to go to because I know you're gonna forget. I'm a wife without a ring. Of course I learned how to cook for the two of us. I'm a wife without a ring. Of course I'll get you stuff at the store because I noticed that you were out.
I don't want to get all hocus pocus on y'all, but you have to be the person that you want to become. It's really that simple. If you act like a wife, you're going to get wifed up eventually. It's that simple, especially if you utilizing some tactics and some strategies to actually vet men and go after a decent man. A decent man will wife you if you are a wife. It's that simple. It's basically like this. Let's say you want to be a doctor. Well, you have to become a doctor in your mind before you could become a doctor in reality. And what do doctors do? They work hard, they study long hours, they take hard tests, they prepare. You get what I'm saying? They took the biology courses and got the A's. They took the organic chemistry and the calculus and got the A's. If you don't see yourself wearing that white coat, you ain't gonna never become one. It's really that simple, bro. That's the difference between everybody who accomplished what they want to accomplish. They want it so bad that they can damn near feel themselves in that role, in that position already. Dead ass serious.
What happened to men not being afraid to come and talk to you in person? Like, I feel like I run into men all the time who will, like, say something to their homeboy or, like, say something, a compliment loud enough for me to hear, not directly speaking to me, but just so I can hear it so I can say thank you. And that's, like, their way of knowing if they can come and talk to me or not. And I remember when I was younger, like, I could be in a group of 20 girls and the guy would not care. He would come, part the Red Sea, and come and get my number. Like, what happened to that? Where did that get lost? Did it get lost because of these dating apps? Like, I've never been on a dating app and I will never be on one just because I just don't feel like my man is on there. I feel like my man is going to see me in person. He's not going to be afraid. He's going to come and talk to me. Right? So, like, am I doing something wrong? Or, like, is that over with? Are they just expecting us to come and talk to them? Like, are y'all going to approach them? Because hell would freeze over.
I could be wrong about this, but I think it does tie into like the levels of testosterone that men from my generation and generations before my generation had. And I think it also has a lot to do with the amount of adult explicit content that these young dudes are watching, man. I can only imagine that if you're consuming this all day, every single day, it's definitely going to bring down your libido and you're not going to be able to operate like a real man's supposed to operate. It's no different than like my dog in the backyard. He tries to get out of the gate all the time, and I know it's because they be having dogs neighboring that are in heat. He smell it, he smell those pheromones, and he wants some coochie. So that's a strong driving force for him to go out there into that world and go try to find it. The problem is y'all are desensitized, man, and the women ain't making it no better. The women don't leave nothing to the imagination no more, right? Every day you see half-naked women. So it don't even make it special no more, bro. I remember being in class. I don't know if this still happen to teenagers now, but I remember being in class getting rocked up and the teacher called you to the front and you got to sit up there with your book bag in front of your damn crotch area. And she's like, what's the problem? Like, lady, you know what's going on up in here.
And that's it.
I like sports.
And no women was naked in my class, didn't have no access to no corn. These women had on full, dog, they could be in sweats, and just the idea of some big ass cheeks being under them sweats is enough to make a man in my generation get rocked up. So that was a huge driving force, man. We were acting mannish. That's what the old folks say. They said we acted mannish. Mannish, man, mean you horny, you just trying to go out there and get something. You niggas ain't mannish no more. That's what it is. You dudes don't have the libido that we had, man. We was mannish, bro. I think that's what it was, man. You see a fine ass girl, when I'm coming up, there's no not going at her. You don't know how not to shoot. You just gonna take your L gracefully and move on to the next one. It's a numbers game. I think that's what's wrong with these young dudes, man.
Yeah. Who on the phone now, man? Ella. Okay, talking shit. Hey, don't call you right back. I'm going back.
Bro, that's how the dudes be at, bro. Let's keep it real, man. Dudes, if that's your partner, he ain't gonna set you up to fail. Like, man, these hoes ain't talking about nothing. I hit 2 of them out of the 5 I chose, bro. Don't waste your time. Boosie a real one for that one, because, dog, these dudes probably go on that show really thinking they finna really come up on some of these cheeks.
Like, bro, you 15 years old. Y'all like dying. Y'all dying like moving the fly. This is white. You supposed to be working. Somebody kill you, bitch. I got to bury you, bitch. I got to bury you. Nobody else don't. I do. I got 4 more goddamn children home. Hey, you, got a question. You smoke with him.
Hell no.
You should. I done heard you have. I done heard you
I
have.
never smoked. I don't even smoke at work, man.
Your name Kiki?
Yeah.
I heard you have.
No, you
But I'm gonna tell you and then other them dread. Anybody smoking drug with my child, I'm putting the police on y'all.
Yeah.
All that gang activity, all of them, put police on y'all. You too. So you're gonna take all them backwards down with you. Come on, I'm gonna take all them motherfuckers. Cause I do know she gonna stand there like a shit grown ass woman. But she catch the smoke, I catch the smoking drug with the bitch going to jail. The bitch is going to jail.
I don't smoke with your child.
Like I said, I catch the bitch smoking drug with the bitch going to jail. That's what I said. And I say it again.
I don't smoke with you.
Like I said, I know the fuck I heard now, they ain't fucking lying. They didn't lie about what they said. It's supposed to be a blood. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I die about mine. I will die about you, baby. For whomever. But what you not gonna do is run around here and do what you want to do. We ain't gonna do it. Tell me today your last day. Today my last day. That's it. You ain't up here working. Ain't nobody trying you. You okay? What this nigga is? I knew yesterday when I saw that boy. That's why I had that feeling when I seen him yesterday. I seen that nigga. That nigga don't even look right. The nigga with them dreads? Oh yeah, he's the one you smoke with too. Thank you.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Raising boys is tough, especially if you in an impoverished situation where there's a whole bunch of bad influences around them, right? Older people will entice your young boy to do things and expose him to things that he shouldn't be exposed to too soon. It happens all the time. Vice versa with the girls too, right? Only thing you can do, especially as a single mother, shit, you gotta stay on top of him and try to get as many positive male role models around him as you possibly can, because you already starting at a deficit. It's you by yourself. You ain't even getting a yin and a yang. He just getting a yin. He ain't getting a yang. He need his daddy in his life, and his daddy can really convey the message a lot better than the woman can sometimes, because I'm a man. I've been there before. I know what this is like. You're a woman. You've never walked around. You never walked a mile in a 16, 17, 18-year-old boy's shoes before. You never did that. I wouldn't know what a 15-year-old girl is going through mentally. I never went through that. So you need both, bro. But the fact that she went down there and she stood on business, I gotta take my head off to that, bro. Real talk.
How long have y'all been together?
20 years.
21 years. Dang, do y'all trust each other 100%?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe we test the theory. No.
Oh, no.
Y'all two swap phones.
Okay.
Swap phones? Go through Snapchat.
Oh, he doesn't do it. I have it.
I don't have Snapchat. Can we go through your Snapchat?
Sure.
Yeah. Who is Has?
That is my daughter's friend.
Can we go through the chat? 36 Day Street.
Oh, come on.
I can see that.
The tongue emoji.
Oh, well, that was an accident.
How was it an accident?
How's that an
Because
accident?
it was right next to my other emoji.
Who is Brayden?
My son's friend.
Can we go through the chat?
My daughter's
190 Day Street.
What?
190 Day Street.
That is correct.
No, these are.
Whoa, hard eyes. You sent hard eyes to your son's best friend?
It was, I don't even know what it was.
How you don't know?
I don't know. It was some picture he sent.
Why you swiping out of it? I see you. Huh?
Good talking, man. You guys have a good.
Okay, good luck on your project.
We're going home, man.
Huh?
We're going home. You guys
I'm starting to really take a lot of observations in from watching these type of videos. One thing I've noticed is this: the person who's cheating always looking at the other person go through the phone. They never going through the other person's phone. Y'all notice that? So if they swap, the wife cheating, she's looking at the husband go through her phone instead of going through the husband's phone. Almost 100% of the time, right? And the crazy thing is they never have to go looking for, because older women don't really understand the social media and how to be sneaky on the phone. They don't know that. So it's right there in the front. And another thing you got to take note of is them baby boomer men generation. They was like the men who really just thought women was all good and sweet. So they never had no reason to go through the phone. So the women can just do whatever they want because my husband doesn't check my phone. But these young dudes, they ain't going for it. They checking the phone. They checking the phone every single time. And the woman just was like, oh, that was an accident. It was next to the emoji. Man, bro, I'm telling you, it seems like every time I see one of these videos and it's an older white lady, she always cheating on her husband, bro. It's crazy. And yo, this is the kicker. These are the couples that young women are bragging about. Yeah, 28 years of marriage. I wish I can have that when I get older. Oh, Lord. Your mama was a cheating whore.
Men just do what women want. Why? Because they care about women and they want women to be happy and they want them to love them, right? And so you can go back to, say, the Victorian era, and men used to treat women with an extreme amount of deference because the generations living then remembered a time when the world was a lot more difficult than people now remember it being. And so the physical inequality between men and women was emphasized because the world was a much more difficult place. And so men took a paternalistic and patriarchal view on how women should be treated, and women wanted men to take that. They wanted to be safe, they wanted to be provided for, they wanted to make sure their children were safe, and men did what they could. Now men have won. They've, the fact we've got aeroplanes flying overhead and the fact that we're not about to be invaded is the victory of Western man. And then for some reason women decided, okay, well I'm not afraid anymore. I want what you have. You don't do the things that we do, so you can't have what we have. But men just want women to be happy. They want them to love them. They want their approval. And so if gaining women's approval means pretending women are equal to men or, saying this, that, and the other, whatever it is, they'll do it. And it's completely taken men off of the throne that they sat on. And this throne was never imposed by authority, actually. It was imposed by consent. And the second women withdrew their consent for the man to be on that throne, well, the throne collapses and the men are just standing around going, okay, well, I guess I'll just play video games and drink beer all day and smoke weed. And if you don't need me, I won't do anything. Because that's really the whole raison d'etre of being a man, just to be needed by someone else. And it's always been women. And until women understand that actually they're kind of destroying men, then nothing will change, because men will never be able to stand up for themselves and their own dignity.
Hey, real talk, man. It go back to what I was saying. Like, a lot of women walking around half naked don't leave nothing to the imagination no more. It doesn't really create an environment where dudes feel like there's a reward for something. I'm already being rewarded from day one. I'm seeing your booty cheeks hanging out the damn dress right now. Back in my day, the type of stuff women wear outside today were spicy pictures that only a boyfriend or someone that the woman really liked would ever see, right? And they have diluted this whole thing, bro. Lingerie is not special no more, right? All of this extra stuff is just not special no more for the simple fact we see it all day, every day on Instagram and in real life. I used to work in restaurants, man. Back in the day, I worked at Olive Garden, matter of fact. When I worked at Olive Garden back in like 2006, bro, bad women, when I mean bad, I mean attractive women would eat there without a problem. Now, ask that same woman if she willing to go to Olive Garden. I bet you she gonna tell you no. I remember this, bro. Like, I remember all of that, man. I'm old enough to remember this, man. This stuff is a new trend. Happened probably within the last 7-8 years, dog. Real talk. All of this birthday makeup and all of this craziness that goes on now, I never saw that when I worked in restaurants, bro. I'm telling you. So what I'm telling y'all, a lot of this stuff, the chivalry aspect of dating has been ruined because of these women. I'm keeping it real with y'all.